Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Saw it last week. Yeah, wonderful. I can imagine lots of things drew you to it, but what was it about your character of Ham that spoke to you and you really wanted to play the character?
Well, he's a bit of a hero in a sort of unconventional way. He's really content with his life. He's happy where he is. He's adopted. He's found his family, and still goes out on a limb, risks it all to. It's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? You almost got me to spoil the film. But to be honest, it's a classic work, and everyone knows the story, don't they? So, but the thing that drew me most to it was Armando. I mean, you'd be silly if you wouldn't want to work with a filmmaker like him. He's a genius, and he knows exactly what he wants, but he's very open to anything that you might want to offer. You know?
I mean, he's a fantastic filmmaker, and it's a very satire and all that kind of stuff that he's done before. This is very different for him, but also it still has kind of a feeling of an Armando movie. I mean, did you get a sense that he was balancing both pretty well?
Well, I don't know if I had that perspective. I was just turning up because I'd only seen The Death of Stalin, and I love this take on it. I hadn't seen Veep. I hadn't watched the thick of it. I have now, but I was going into it just like, this guy knows what he's doing. He clearly has a vision for it, which is really important. He's accessible. We had rehearsals. He wanted to know what I could bring to Ham as opposed to what like a generic Ham would be, if you know what I mean. It was great, man. Yeah.
It's a great cast. You get to work with obviously Dev, who's a fantastic movie, and people like Paul Whitehouse, and that great little group you have down in Yarmouth. That must have been a great experience.
It was awesome,
a lot of you together.
Man. It was like teams. I say this like we had teams subbing in and out, because you have the Boathouse crew, and then you have the Murdstones, and then you have the Ben Whishaw's character, you write, and we never really saw each other that much. All our teams came in on different days, and so I'm meeting some of the cast tonight. It's quite crazy.
For you, I mean, you've got, if I'm correct, you've got another movie in the festival, Calm With Forces.
Calm With Forces, yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So I play a therapist that works with autistic children by using horses as a kind of way to bring them out of learning and cognitive and motor skills. We filmed it in Ireland with Neve and Barry and Cosmo, and I had a really good time on it. They say don't work with children or horses. I did both at the same time. I want that to go down.
Just finally, congratulations are in order for getting a role on Hannah season 2. You must be so excited to go and do something like that.
We're about maybe 3/4 of the way through, and I'm having such a great time on it, man. David Farr is amazing. I get to work with. It's just, I feel very blessed right now. What can I say? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey